Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Breathe and Budget. If you're new here, my name is Taryn, and here we talk all about budgeting, intentional spending, and the way finances impact our lifestyle. Today, we're doing a cash condensing and repurposing video. I love these because it's a chance to go through my binders, see the progress in my categories, most importantly, make some room. So if you're new here or unfamiliar with cash condensing, let me explain real quick. I do this for a couple reasons. First, I want to move some of this cash to the bank, specifically our high yield savings account, so that money can earn a little bit of interest while it's just sitting. Second, condensing helps me keep my envelopes from wearing out. These envelopes are handmade by me. The ones in my binders right now are going on 3+ years old. I'm proud to say they are still in excellent condition. I stand by my workmanship, but condensing bills using placeholders helps keep them looking fresh. You are going to see me using what we call placeholders or prop bills in some of the categories. This is not real money, obviously. They're just here to visually represent what's been moved to the bank, so I still get that satisfaction of seeing growth in my envelope without stuffing it with too much physical cash. It keeps things organized, clean, and safe. So I am going to put these placeholders right here so they are ready to grab when needed. I'm going to use a little bit of this fingertip moistener. It just helps when dealing with the money and the envelopes. I get mine from Dripped by E, so make sure you check it out. I love all things that sparkle if you haven't noticed. Let's jump into our first binder, my holiday binder. I'm going to look at each envelope. I'm going to see what can be condensed or sent to the bank. If something is over $500 and I don't anticipate using it right away, it's going to go to my high yield savings account. Also, if it's like fully funded, it'll go to my high yield savings account. So even if it doesn't meet that $500 threshold I usually have, like for example, once Valentine's Day gets to $300, I will then go ahead and put that $300 into our high yield savings account, and I will just put a fully funded placeholder in here, which looks like something like that. Okay, so not much I can do in there. Easter, same thing. These I just started to cash stuff for, so there isn't much that I can do. I actually need to pull this. Believe it or not, we have yet to take our anniversary trip from July like we were supposed to. So I'm going to add this $200 back into the high yield savings account because it's been postponed. Thinking maybe August, but we'll see. So I'm going to put this $200 into the bank. And if you can see, I have a $1,000 placeholder and I have $300. I'm going to add that $200. So that's going to make the account say $1,500. So I'm hoping this makes sense. So I'm going to pull these $300 out and I am going to put in a $500 placeholder. This is one of the styles that I offer. This one, and then I also have this style. And those are available in my shop. So now this is going to say $1,500. So $200 from anniversary is going to go into the bank. Halloween, this is fully funded. So we have $500 in Halloween. So this $500 is going to go into the bank. And I am going to put a fully funded placeholder. And I think this is so perfect. It looks like bat wings, but these are fae wings. You know, if you know, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and put a fully funded in here. It's fully funded at $500. Thanksgiving, I don't think, do I have 250s? Oh, so here's another way I can condense. I can take these 50s out, which I'll do, and I can go ahead and put in $100. That way it is less bills going into the envelope. And I don't think I can do that with anything else just yet. Let's see. All right, let's take a look at Christmas. These are prop bills. I think that's the only prop bills. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put this $600 Yeah. Okay. So I'm putting 640. Let me just, because I go back, watch my video, and I'm going to track what I'm putting for each category into the bank. So this is going to be 640 for Christmas. So I'm going to add another $500 placeholder. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I lied. So I'm going to take that 500 out, and I am going to actually take a $2,000 placeholder and put that 1,000 back, because now we have 2,000 plus this 100 that's also in there. And then I had 140. So let me just do 100. And then I have these bills that actually came with a little kit that I bought my daughter for like financial literacy. So these are prop bills. So I also use these when it's not like 100, 500, right? So I'm going to just add this 40. So we should have 2240 in Christmas. Our goal is 3,500. I do go over why our goal is that high in other videos, so make sure to check it out. So Christmas is now condensed. I don't think, possibly, yeah. So what I'll do is I'm going to take 250s out and I'm going to add 100. So there's 150 in New Year's. And we'll go into birthdays, but I don't think there's much I can do. No. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do in birthdays. Okay, so we are done with the holiday binder. Oh, and it already feels like a lot skinnier. All right, next up is our high priority binder. This binder is full of categories that we consistently fund and where balances can grow pretty quickly. So I'll definitely be using some placeholders in here, or at least I anticipate using some placeholders. I do love seeing the visual growth, but I don't want to carry all the cash around. Even though we do have it very secure here in the house, it's going to serve me better in a high yield savings account. So it needs to earn some interest. So let's look at vehicle maintenance. 1,200 in the, well, that's going to slide. Let me just put that there. 1,200 in the bank. These are prop bills too. So 400. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I normally wait for 500, but I'm going to go ahead and put that 400 from vehicle maintenance into a high yield savings account. And I'm going to take one of these hundreds out and just put in a $500 placeholder. Hopefully that made sense. So now we have 1641 in there. Well, not now, that's what we had. But this is condensed. Look at vehicle registration. So I'm not necessarily taking this to the bank, but I will be putting this in over here and taking 200s. And I will be taking, I'm going to keep 2 10s, and I'm going to put 2 10s and take a 20. Whoops. Okay, so now that's condensed a little bit. Feels nice. And I don't know if you hear my parakeets in the background. We've got 7 parakeets and they are loud. I am not going to lie. I do not recommend having that many because it gets really loud. So this is only 90. So I can't do like 100, but I can take 2 20s and a 10, and I can go ahead and put in a 50. So that's what I'm going to do. And I will keep a couple of those 10s in there. Okay, Allstate insurance, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Perfect. So I'll put 100. All right, car insurance. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am going to go ahead and just put all 600 from car insurance. This is just my visual. There we go. $600 from car insurance. That's going to go into the bank. And I will put a $500 and a $100 placeholder to represent that $600 in the bank. Car detailing, I'm going to keep in cash. I have not scheduled this yet. I really need to because we're not going to be getting any rain anytime soon, but the weather here was wonky for a while, so I was just afraid to schedule that because they come to the house. But I think it's time. I'm going to probably do that. I don't think I can do much. Oh no, I might be able to. So that's for our OnStar. That is already in the account. Those are prop bills. You can see the difference in the money. People often comment on my videos. They're like, that's not real money. Trust and believe it is. If it is a prop bill, I have no problem telling you that it is a prop bill. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab 100 just to condense it a little bit. Perfect. And then we're going to go into the home category and jump right into home maintenance. So 1,200. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put 400 from home maintenance into the high yield savings account. And I'm going to take one of these 100s out and I'm going to add a $500 placeholder. So we have 1645. All right, earthquake policy. Let's see, what do we have? 600 in the bank. That's a prop bill too. So 100. Can't really do much other than pull these 50s and put a $100 bill. So I will do that. That's fine. This is going to be, actually, I have to pay this like next month. Yeah, I have to pay this next month. I'm going to get all of this to the bank. All right. So 120, 130, 135, 136, 137, 138. So 138 is going into the bank for earthquake policy. So give me a second to add the prop bills that I need to add. Okay, so 500, 600, 700, 800, and 15, 16, 17, 18. 818 is what we have in earthquake policy. All right, let's look at home warranty. We can go ahead and do a $100 bill. And I can also put these two 10s in and take a 20. So 120 in home warranty. We'll look at pest control. All right, so I'm going to put this 110 and I'm going to take a 10 and 100. Whoops. And then put this over here. That way it's condensed a little bit. So 130 in pest control. Ring alarm is fully funded. So I already have a fully funded in there. So that'll just stay. We'll look at septic. Yeah, I can go ahead and put this over here and grab 100. And we have 104 in our septic. Yard maintenance, I don't think there's much I can do. I've been putting $100 bills. Trees, I can go ahead and take these two 50s and I can put 100. And chicken coop, let's see. Nope, not really, nothing yet. Okay, gardening, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Put those 50s and take 100. Perfect. Okay, trash, I can definitely condense. I've been doing a lot of 20s, but I can definitely put like 100 in here. 3, 4, 5. And I will grab 100. Yeah, that's good. Because every paycheck I put $20 into the trash and to the water, so it can, you know, build up pretty quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I will go ahead and put 100. And I am going to keep those 20s and 10. I will not condense that just because when I need to pull the money when the bill is due, I'd rather try to have exact change. All right, let's look at Edison. So I have $600 for Edison, and that is going to go into the bank. I'm going to have to pay that in the next couple months, so I might as well have it earn some interest for a couple months. So let's just do a 500 and 100 placeholder, just so I have a visual representation. Okay. Groceries, this is like when we go over or if we go to the farmer's market. So I like to keep it like this. I don't really condense that one at all. And deductibles, yeah, I'm going to keep it like that for now. When I get into another 500, I will go ahead and deposit that. Home improvement, swap out these 50s for 100. Perfect. Okay, that is it for high priority. Oh yeah, that feels so much better. I was having a hard time closing this one for a while, but that feels really nice. All right, we're going to go into my low priority binder. No guarantee that anything is actually going to be going into the bank, but I can maybe condense a little bit, so we'll see. And while I'm doing that, let me talk about how I repurpose the cash. So sometimes condensing helps me find a little cash that can be repurposed. What I consider repurposed is a really nice bill. I like those crisp bills that are not dirty, that are not ripped. They're just so much nicer on the envelope, and honestly, I prefer them. That's just a personal preference. So if I have a $20 or even $40 that doesn't need to be in a certain envelope anymore, I will move it to another priority category or to a savings challenge. That way it's flexible, it's intentional. So we'll talk about what I actually do with the cash that I pull when I condense these envelopes and I remove money. I don't just stash this in a drawer. I repurpose it. So I will reuse this cash in my future cash stuffings. And then when my paycheck hits, I will just make a transfer from my checking to savings to reflect those cash movements. So let me give you an example. You know how I pulled $500 from the Halloween envelope? Well, that money is now going into my Ally high yield savings account and specifically into my Halloween bucket. That cash will just sit there for a few months earning interest while I work on other categories. And I'm going to just make that transfer from my everyday checking to my high yield savings account from the actual paycheck money that is in there, not the cash that I pulled today. So hopefully that made sense. I've only ever banked with Ally and PNC for my high yield savings account, so I can only speak on like my personal experience, but I really do love Ally. This is not sponsored or anything. I just genuinely enjoy their system. I will explain why, but let's take a look here. Yeah, not much I can do in spring. So here's why. It is aesthetically pleasing and really easy to use, to be honest. Oh, look, I can definitely condense this. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. So I will go ahead and put a $100 bill. So there's 210 in summer. Because even if I need to pull this to use, I'll just break the 100, no big deal. Okay, we'll go into fall. And in Ally, you can create up to 30 buckets in just one savings account. And they're like digital cash envelopes. So you can set goals, due dates, and they even send you like motivational emails, like updates to keep you on track, right? And you can customize the names and purposes of every single bucket. When I signed up for Ally, like a few years back, you were only allowed 10 buckets per account. So I actually opened up 5 savings accounts. I know that sounds a lot. I know it sounds crazy, but here is how they're organized. So I have one for my small business taxes. I automatically transfer 20% of my income there to grow all year. One is for home emergencies, vehicle emergencies, pet emergencies, and then that 5th one, that is for our general sinking funds. So that's where I keep money for holidays, future tattoos, etc. You name it, right? I even have a bucket in each account labeled interest. So I can see exactly how much I've earned, which keeps me motivated to keep saving. Okay. And let's see, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, same thing. I can go ahead, star note. I've been finding them, even though I should have probably found that one already. And maybe perhaps I did. So let me just go ahead and put 100 here. So 210 for fall. All right, so a lot of people do ask me this. Like, am I just complicating things? Like, is it hard to do the transfers? And they ask me how I move my money. And honestly, it's super simple. So I have Zelle set up on both my everyday checking and my Ally checking. And I literally just Zelle myself. Then for my Ally checking, I will transfer that into the proper savings bucket. I like to call that Ally checking account my like holding account. It's where the money lands before it gets sorted. And Ally also lets you make up to 10 withdrawals per statement cycle with no penalty if you go over. But honestly, if you're consistently going over, you're probably spending more than you're saving. So just something to be mindful of. So winter, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 20. So I'm going to do this, take a 20, this, put 100. I may have made that more complicated or done it a different way than you would have, but as long as it works, does not matter how we get to the end point. Vacation. We're going to leave it for right now. Yeah, so anyways, if you're curious and you want to check Ally out, I do have a referral code. It is in the description and as always in my link tree. So yeah, if you want to check it out, you can. Okay, so this is the kids' clothing. I like to keep the small bills. Yeah, I'm not going to touch this one because if they do spend something and we don't have cash with us and I have to either use my checking account or I use a credit card, I just pay myself back. And let's see, where are we at with graduation? Yeah, I can trade these 50s for 100. We have pretty much a whole year to save for our next graduation. Sky will be graduating. That's crazy. Oh my God, so crazy. Okay, so this is the us section. Let's see what we can do from wellness, if anything. Nope. Leave it as is. All trails. I could probably take these 5s and I can put in a 10. All Trails is a very awesome app I use to help me like discover new hiking trails and stuff like that. This is for his clothing. I will go ahead and add in, yeah, actually I will just add 100. Okay, perfect. He is not big on getting new clothes unless I am like literally the one picking it out, but we do save every year to get him his work gear. So like his high vis, steel toe boots, things like that. My clothing, I'm going to leave it. What, Feeny? My cat Phoenix is meowing, so you might hear him. Nothing in there. That's fully funded. Our riding gear. We need to actually go make that purchase. I need a helmet so that I can ride with him. I haven't been able to do that. Okay, let's look at streaming. I'm going to put these 2 10s and I'm going to grab a 20. So this is really for Paramount Plus, I'm not going to lie, because the other ones I always get at Black Friday and they're super cheap and they're just part of our regular fixed expenses. But Paramount Plus, you can never really find great deals. It is like $60 a year, the plan that I get. So I just save for it and we enjoy that platform. So to me, it's worth it. You know, I do work from home. So sometimes when I'm working and I'm doing my thing, I am able to watch some shows, like binge watch some shows. So, you know, for us, it's worth it. 20, 30, 40, no. Well, I mean, no, I'll keep the small bills. I had to really think about that. Okay. I am going to hop into the pet binder, but I'm just not sure. Oh, maybe some. We'll see. All right, let's hop into the pet binder and see what we can do. I like to keep smaller bills just so that we have smaller bills if we need to pay ourselves back. Yeah, I'm going to leave most of these, but let me go to one that I think just my baby doggies. We can go ahead and do a 50 because this is usually for their native pets, like supplements, and I usually have time to save for that. And same thing with Coco's food. I don't really need to like make change when I do this. 20, 30, 40, 50. I will go ahead and do a $50 bill. There we go. That's nice. Jurassic Park, 50. I'll do another 100. No. In case I need to like just pick up something specific for the turtles. Like right now we are saving up to purchase the huge like 5-pound bag of koi food that we usually purchase. So let's see if vet appointments. Yeah. So I could do that 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. That did not help. Okay, we'll just go ahead, put 100. I'll put these 5s and take a 20, and we'll just leave it like that for right now. I'll be able to condense more like in the future. We'll see. Flea prevention, I think. No, not much I can do. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah. Before we wrap up, I have to say thank you. We recently hit 3,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I am so grateful to every single one of you, and to celebrate, I want to host a giveaway as just a small token of my appreciation. And let me go over the rules. So to enter, all you have to do is be publicly subscribed to this channel. So that just means that your subscriptions are visible so that I can confirm you are subscribed if you win. This can be easily updated in your privacy settings. You're going to like this video, and then you're going to leave a comment down below with the word 3K strong, and then tell me your favorite sinking fund category or even something you've learned from my videos. I'll announce the winner in an upcoming video, and the full details are in the description below. Now let's talk about this bundle that I am giving away. The Budget by Paycheck Workbook with my matching cover to the one that I have. I have the book version, and I also have her digital version, which is only available in her blueprint course, or building blocks blueprint. I'll put it on the screen, the correct one. So you'll get this, a pack of the Budget Mom pens, and when I say these are so smooth and so fun to write with, I'm just not lying, I swear. So we're gonna get a pack of pens, a stack of the teller slips. It comes with a lot. I think it's like, I don't know, maybe like 100. My calculator. Everyone loves my calculator. I get a lot of compliments on it, so I figured I needed to include it in the giveaway. A $5 savings challenge from Dripped by E. So it's by denominations of 5, 5, 10, and I think all the way to 50. Sorry, my dog is being really loud right now, but this is fabulous. It's all blinged out, which is totally my style, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of what I love. And then yes, the famous chip away. This is one of River's favorite savings challenges that we do. This is from the Sassy Mystic shop, and it is a super, super fun way to save money. And I do highly encourage you to do it with someone. So if a significant other, or one of, a sibling, your child, it's just really fun. It just makes saving money fun. So that will also be included. All right, let's go ahead and add up what this should be. So we are putting 200 from anniversary, 500 from Halloween, 640 from Christmas, 400 from vehicle maintenance, 600 from car insurance, 400 from home maintenance, 138 from earthquake policy, and then 600 from Edison. So we should have a total of $3,478. So what I'm going to do is just count this and start deducting from this total until we get to zero, meaning we did a great job. All right, let's go. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1,400. $100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 760. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So 270. 10, 20, 30, 45. Looks like we're doing really good. And this should be $3. Bam, nice. We did it. So that brings us to zero. So that means we did this correctly. So that's it for today's cash condensing and repurposing. I love this process. It is like spring cleaning for your budget. It keeps things efficient and it protects my envelopes. It makes sure that we're literally using every dollar with purpose, with intention. Let me know in the comments, do you condense your binders? Do you use placeholders? What do you do with the cash when you pull it out? Let's talk about it. And if you're interested in my budget envelopes like the ones you saw today, check out my Etsy shop. Even if you go over there and just give it a little heart, I would appreciate it. These have held up beautifully over the years, and I love seeing how many of you are using them. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.